Imagine you're on the operating table. The bright lights are shining down. You're counting backward from 10. And you place your complete trust in the surgeon standing over you. But what if that surgeon wasn't a surgeon at all? Today, we're diving into the dark and unbelievable true story of a man who conned his way into the operating room, performing dozens of surgeries without a medical license, a degree, or any real training. This isn't a plot from a Hollywood movie. It's the shocking tale of one of the most audacious medical imposters in history. His name was Stephen Ward, but to his patients and colleagues, he was Dr. Stephen Parker, a brilliant and confident orthopedic surgeon. But Stephen's past was a carefully constructed house of cards. He had no medical degree from any university. He wasn't a member of any Royal College of Surgeons. In fact, his only real experience with medicine was as a hospital porter, pushing gurneys and cleaning floors. So how did a porter transform himself into a surgeon? The answer lies in a masterful campaign of deception, forged documents, and sheer, unadulterated confidence. It all started with a simple lie that snowballed into a major criminal enterprise. After working as a porter, Stephen Ward developed a fascination with the world of medicine. He observed doctors, learned the jargon, and studied medical textbooks in his spare time. He saw the respect and authority they commanded, and he wanted it for himself. His first step was creating a fake identity. He crafted a fictitious resume, inventing a prestigious educational background from renowned universities. He forged diplomas and certificates that looked incredibly authentic. He even created fake references, people who would vouch for his fabricated skills and experience. Armed with this portfolio of lies, he started applying for jobs. Not as a surgeon just yet, but as a junior doctor in a less scrutinized position. He got a job, and once he was inside the system, the deception became easier. He was charismatic and quick-witted. When questioned about a procedure, he would confidently rattle off textbook explanations. He was a master of deflection, using complex medical terminology to overwhelm anyone who might doubt him. He built relationships with other staff members, gaining their trust through his seemingly extensive knowledge and friendly demeanor. Nobody thought to double-check the credentials of the charming Dr. Parker, who was already working alongside them. He was an insider. His audacious plan was working perfectly. He was slowly, methodically climbing the hospital hierarchy, his eyes set on the ultimate prize, the operating room. The transition from junior doctor to surgeon was his boldest move yet. He claimed to have specialized in orthopedic surgery during his fictional training. Orthopedics often involves more mechanical procedures, setting bones, replacing joints, which he believed he could learn by observing and mimicking. He volunteered to assist in surgeries, watching senior surgeons with intense focus, memorizing every cut, every stitch, every movement. He was a quick study, and his confidence was his greatest asset. Soon he was being trusted with minor procedures under supervision. He performed them adequately, his lack of true understanding masked by his steady hands and calm exterior. His supervisors, busy with their own overwhelming caseloads, saw a competent and eager young doctor and began giving him more and more responsibility. Before long, Dr. Parker was the lead surgeon on the schedule. He performed complex operations, including knee and hip replacements. Think about that for a second. A man with no formal training was cutting people open, sawing through bone, and implanting artificial joints. He successfully performed around 30 operations. It's a chilling thought. His patients, completely unaware, were putting their lives in the hands of a fraud. How did he get away with it? It was a combination of luck, the busyness of the hospital, and his own manipulative genius. He chose his cases carefully, avoiding procedures he knew were beyond his grasp. He was also, by some accounts, a good mimic. He copied the techniques he saw, and for a while, it was enough. The patients recovered, and no one was the wiser. But a house of cards, no matter how well built, is destined to fall. The beginning of the end for Stephen Ward came from a simple administrative review. A new hospital administrator was hired and tasked with updating all employee files and verifying credentials. It was supposed to be a routine, bureaucratic process. When they got to Dr. Stephen Parker's file, they began the standard procedure of contacting the universities and medical boards he listed on his resume. The first reply came back, "We have no record of a Stephen Parker graduating from our institution." The administrator probably assumed it was a simple clerical error. They contacted the next university on the list, same response, and the next. And the next. A cold dread began to set in. One by one, every single one of his claimed qualifications came back as a fabrication. The hospital immediately launched a covert investigation. They couldn't just accuse a respected surgeon without concrete proof. It would cause a massive scandal. They monitored him, reviewed his case files, and spoke discreetly with colleagues. The more they dug, the more the web of lies unraveled. They discovered his real name was Stephen Ward, and that his only official employment in the medical field had been as a porter. The respected surgeon was an imposter. The hospital administration was horrified. They had allowed a complete amateur to operate on dozens of patients. The legal and ethical implications were staggering. They had to act, and they had to act fast before he could harm anyone else. The day he was confronted was dramatic. Ward was pulled from his rounds and brought into a boardroom with hospital executives and legal counsel. The evidence was laid out on the table. The fake diplomas, the letters from universities denying his attendance, the testimony from his past. His confident facade finally crumbled. He knew the game was up. Stephen Ward was immediately fired and reported to the police. The news sent shockwaves through the medical community and the public. Patients who had been operated on by him were contacted and informed of the deception. Imagine receiving that phone call. The person you trusted to fix your body was a fraud. Many of them had to undergo examinations and even revision surgeries to ensure no damage had been done. Stephen Ward was arrested and faced a barrage of charges, including fraud, assault, and practicing medicine without a license. During the trial, the prosecution painted a picture of a calculating and dangerous narcissist who put countless lives at risk for his own ego. His defense argued that he had learned on the job and that none of his patients had suffered serious harm. But the jury saw through it. The sheer audacity of his crimes and the profound breach of trust were undeniable. He was found guilty and sentenced to a significant prison term. The case became a landmark example of medical fraud and led to much stricter verification protocols in hospitals worldwide. Background checks became more rigorous, and the process of verifying credentials was overhauled to prevent anything like this from ever happening again. The story of Stephen Ward serves as a chilling reminder of the vulnerability of even the most robust systems. He exploited the inherent trust we place in medical professionals and the busy, often chaotic nature of the hospital environment. While his actions led to vital improvements in hospital security and credentialing, the fear he instilled remains. It makes us wonder, how many other imposters are out there in all professions, hiding in plain sight? It's a disturbing thought. This case highlights the incredible importance of due diligence and the constant need for vigilance, even with those who seem the most trustworthy. What do you think? Could something like this happen today? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you found this story as mind-blowing as I did, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the darkest corners of history.